Nicolas Cage's live-action Spider-Man Noir TV show is coming, and it's got people worried. Nicolas Cage has done a bit of everything in Hollywood, but now he's getting ready to take on uncharted territory with his first television show, MGM Plus and Amazon Prime Video's live-action Spider-Man Noir series, the first live-action series in Sony's Spider-Man universe. By itself, that is already a cause for alarm. While Sony has had some wins with their Spider-Man related projects like The Amazing Spider-Man, the first one, the first Venom movie, and the animated Spider-Verse movies, it has also had significant horrible losses as well, with Morbius and Madame Web, which both just became jokes. Kraven the Hunter is their next film in the universe, which they are holding on to with every finger they have to rake in some of that superhero money, and I don't know how it's gonna go. But we are talking about their first TV series in the universe. In this series, Cage will portray the titular alternate version of Spider-Man, reprising his voice role from the animated film Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, but now in live action. A logline from Amazon states that it will follow, quote, a aging and down on his luck private investigator in 1930s New York who is forced to grapple with his past life as the city's one and only superhero. Spider-Man Noir comes from an alternate universe that pays homage to the noir style of filmmaking popularized in the 1940s. The character first appeared as part of Marvel's noir comic book series in 2009 and has been an incredibly popular version of the character despite being significantly weaker. When Cage voiced the character in Into the Spider-Verse, his black and white fedora-donning noir Spider-Man came from Earth 90214 and was joined by other Spider-Men and Spider-Women whose universes collided with Miles Morales', played by Shameik Moore. Now, Cage recently gave all kinds of details on the upcoming show and his hopes for and views on the project in an interview with The New Yorker. For this video, we will start with the inspiration for the character. Cage expressed his hopes that Noir will be inspired by the golden age of Hollywood, specifically stars like James Cagney and Humphrey Bogart, which makes a whole lot of sense given the setting and the characters played by both of those actors. In the interview, he said, quote, I mean, the fantasy would be that I could try to aspire to be something more golden age. I wanted to have that kind of aura, you know, like the more enigmatic, you don't know too much. Always trying to keep it enigmatic and a little bit mysterious, so it's a bit of a tap dance. Familiarity breeds contempt, and I don't want people to know too much. I want to stay a little aloof. We'll see what happens if I do noir and they put me in black and white. We'll see if we can get some of that flavor. End quote. Now, Nick Cage also spoke with The New Yorker about his apprehensions for television itself, which he has actually never done before this show. He has starred in more than 120 movies, but absolutely zero TV shows. He said, quote, television is terrifying because you have only so much time to get the libretto in your body, and you have to keep going, keep shooting. And I thought, that's challenging. I'm afraid of it. I've never prepared like that before. At the same time, Cage spoke about how it will all be a welcome change after his upcoming role as a serial killer in the movie Longlegs. He said, quote, I know that the phone's going to be ringing off the hook to play serial killers after Longlegs, and that's not really what I like to do. I don't like violence. I don't want to play people who are hurting people. One of the things that I like about this potential show is that it's fantasy. It's not really people beating people up. Monsters are involved, which is interesting on its own for him to say monsters, but he could have just been saying that. Now, interestingly, Cage has also spoken a little bit about AI when talking about the show. At the end of his interview, Cage had to slip out early to get body scanned for both this upcoming show and a project after the show. He said, they have to put me in a computer and match my eye color and change, I don't know. They're just going to steal my body and do whatever they want with it via digital AI. God, I hope not AI. I'm terrified of that. I've been very vocal about it, and it makes me wonder, you know, where will the truth of the artists end up? Is it going to be replaced? Is it going to be transmogrified? Where's the heartbeat going to be? What are you going to do with my body and my face when I'm dead? I don't want you to do anything with it. But that's starting to stray into a different topic entirely. Back on the show, we had very little in the way of cast details for the show, but recently we have seen at least 2 cast members who will be acting alongside Cage, and honestly, the names alone do give me faith. Not to say that great actors have not been fumbled in similar projects before, but still. Lamorne Morris, best known for his role as Winston Bishop in the Fox comedy series New Girl, will be appearing in the series' regular role of Robbie Robertson, who is described as, quote, driven, hardworking, and won't take no for an answer, a dedicated journalist trying to make it with the odds stacked against him as a black professional in 1930s New York. He takes on riskier stories that no one else would touch in order to catch attention and a paycheck. He's willing to do whatever is necessary for his career. Now, fans of Marvel Comics know Robbie Robertson as one of the longtime supporting characters in the Spider-Man comics, where Robertson is an editor at the Daily Bugle. He's a pretty popular character and was even a roommate of Peter Parker at one point. He also played a part in the comics miniseries Spider-Man Noir: Eyes Without a Face. Now, the third cast member to join Noir is none other than Academy Award nominee Brendan Gleeson, known for his roles in so many different things. The Harry Potter franchise, In Bruges, The Banshees of Inisherin, Troy, so many things. Now, while Gleeson's role is being kept a secret, he is reportedly playing the villain in Spider-Man Noir, which is both awesome, but also leaves the door open for various options from the Marvel canon. Now, given that Spider-Man Noir will focus on a character who isn't actually Peter Parker, it is able to go in a different direction when pulling from Spider-Man's rogues gallery. If Gleeson is meant to be the main antagonist, it wouldn't be shocking if he plays a fairly grounded villain. Now, given his age and previous roles, some people believe Gleeson could potentially play an older version of Norman Osborn, who could serve as a major corporate foe, which is one of the bigger themes in Spider-Man Noir comics. I'd like to hear your theories though in the comments, so let me know. Since the Spider-Man Noir cast is growing, this likely means that production is gearing up to begin sometime in the fall, but for now very few details are known about the upcoming show. Cage's involvement in Noir was confirmed in May 2024, just over a year after the series was first announced to be in development by Sony and Prime Video. Cage shared that the Spider-Man Noir series, which is simply titled Noir, will consist of 8 episodes, each with a runtime of about 45 minutes. As he put it, quote, 45 minutes, I mean it's 8 episodes, so it's the equivalent of 4 movies in 5 months. The show was created by Oren Uziel and Steve Lightfoot, who will co-showrun and executive produce. The series is produced by Sony Pictures Television and Amazon MGM Studios. Into the Spider-Verse directors Phil Lord and Christopher Miller will executive produce for their Lord Miller Productions banner via an overall deal at Sony. Additionally, executive producers include Amy Pascal for Pascal Pictures and Harry Bradbeer, who will also direct the first 2 episodes. Noir does not yet have a premiere date, but will debut first on MGM+, followed by a global release on Prime Video at a later date, which makes no sense to me, but that's the deal they made. But that's all I got. Thank you guys for watching on Top 10 Nerd. My name is Adam Andrews. I'll catch you all on the flippy flop, but until then, peace out and stay safe. Flip, flip.